Thank you so much. You're so right.
You get to my bed. Get to my bed. Stop!
That goes in his chair. It's already open too. You can put it in there. Literally.
What else can I put in there?
You are. He said he liked the lashes. Look at you dropped. You just dropped the pacifier.
Let me get it.
I think it looks need to be washed, please. Thank you. Hi everybody. I am. Oh my gosh. I am back with a son. Look at my son. He is born. He is birthed. Oh my gosh. He's in the house. He is here. Look at him. If you wonder why I got these big ass lashes on, it's because today I was just trying to get my husband's reaction to me wearing these lashes. I might upload the video, but I probably won't because we were kind of busy today and just not really coordinated. So if I do upload it, it'll probably be like really sloppy. Now we're going through quarantine and the kids are literally out of school. Like, me and my husband are freaking teachers. I never wanted to be a teacher growing up, but I'm a fucking teacher now. I just got hired about a week ago. Okay, so I'm a teacher and I'm a new mommy. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, baby. That's gay. Let's get it, baby. I'm sorry. I don't mean to scare my baby. So comment down below right now. So now, Richard, can y'all turn the volume down a little tiny bit? Just a little bit. Just so it's not too loud, so I don't feel like I'm screaming at you guys. Cause I feel like I'm loud as fuck, and I sound like I'm loud. Anyway, look at him. Comment down below right now. Who does my baby look like? Doesn't he look just like me? Look at him. Doesn't he look just like me? Oh my gosh, I'm so like obsessed with this baby. Like, me and my husband, every day we always like, babe, we got a son. There's a boy in the house, a little baby boy. Yes, it is, and he is right here. Look at him. Look at him. He's sucking on his hand. Okay, he got tall over the last like week or so because literally last week he had an outfit like this one, but it's green, and it was to his ankles, and they're the same size. And now it's like so up here. Son, are you growing on mommy and daddy? Are you growing? Are you growing, baby? Yes, you are, because you love mommy's milk. Yes, you do, and that is why you're growing. That is why your baby is growing so much together. Yes. Yes, I know you want to talk to me. This, when he does that, he is hungry. He is ready for titty, okay? So we are going to give the baby what it wants, okay? Boppy, I showed y'all this in my, what was that? I don't know what video that was, but I was showing you guys some stuff that we bought for our son. And I use this when it's time for him to feed. Okay? Put our baby up here. He already drank from one of my boots today when we were out. So one is a little bit less. We're gonna feed from this one because it's a lot heavier. Look at him, he is ready. Look at him. He's doing everything. Him is so cute. Right now he was born on the 4th. Good match. So now, wrong time to be wiping my nose. I don't got the corona, okay? I do not have the corona. My nose is just running and I do need a tissue. But anyway, right now, Junior is 1 month and a half. He is already about to be 2 months old. Isn't that like so fast? Like, we were just pregnant with the baby and now he's already about to be 2 months old. Where the freak does the time go? I'm trying to figure out where the time goes. What the fuck? I don't know. It just goes. Junior is 100% breastfed now. Literally, he has not had a bottle of formula for about almost a week. I think it's been like 4 days. The only reason he was doing breast and bottle was because it was his weight, but also at first when it started, it was because when I first had the baby, I had a gum infection. When you get pregnant and you have braces, you have a lot of chances to either get gingivitis quicker, or you can get an infection in the gums where they just get swollen with the braces. That's what happened to me. Mine's just swelled up a lot. I didn't have the bleeding or anything. I just had a lot of swelling, and it was mainly in my front, and it hurt really bad because my rubber bands were squeezing my gums. So literally, and I had to take amoxicillin. So with amoxicillin, it's a antibiotic, and it basically will fight off any bacteria that's in my body or anything like that. So it helped, and I had to take it for 7 days straight. That whole time I was not able to breastfeed. While you're taking an antibiotic, you can't breastfeed the baby. So I couldn't feed him. And oh my God, my titties were so freaking big. Like, they were like huge, and I had a lot of milk, and they were so sore. My husband had to take me a hot bath and put hot rags on my titties. That's how swollen they were. Like, my boobs were hard and just swollen, and I literally couldn't even feed the baby the milk. I didn't have a breast pump. You know, it took some time. I was already supposed to contact my insurance about sending me a breast pump, and I didn't do it at the right time. You know, the baby, we just had the baby, and then I literally was just at home. I wasn't thinking about that. I was just so freaking amazed that I just pushed out a baby, and it was a boy. So I was not quick on getting the pump. So we didn't have a pump, and I didn't do the pump and dump. I know, stupid, right? Yeah, I know. I didn't even do hand expressing, because y'all, when I say that shit had hurt so bad. Like, my titties were sore. Like, oh my goodness, they were so big I couldn't even put my whole hands on my breasts. So I was doing like really warm baths and putting the cloths on my breasts. My husband would lay the cloth on there while it was hot, and that would help a little bit. And I did that for a week, and then literally by the time I was done, my milk had kind of subsided a little bit. So I didn't have a lot of breast milk to give him. It's like it seemed like I didn't have much. So when he would eat from me, he also wasn't good at latching, because we hadn't done it in a week, since the hospital. So once I was trying to get back on breastfeeding him after he was 2 weeks old, he kind of was not used to latching, so he wasn't getting milk, so he would get fussy. So my husband was still making bottles and feeding him himself, and it was real stressful. Like, I was really upset. Like, there was 2 times I cried, because I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared that I'm not gonna be able to breastfeed my baby. And I breastfeed all of them. Winter, she had an issue where I couldn't breastfeed her because I had an infection. She had thrush, and it literally made my nipples raw. So I could not feed her because my nipple, it looked like somebody took a razor and sliced my nipple open. TMI, but it was I know that's hard to picture. It was very painful. I couldn't breastfeed her for like 2 months. I had to wait for my titties to heal. And then we just literally stopped, because there was no point in trying to breastfeed her if every time I fed her it was gonna hurt. And then I got pregnant with Nevaeh. I breastfed her the whole time. So she breastfed for 1.5 years. And then she just stopped feeding on her own. When she got her teeth, she did not want to breastfeed anymore. I used to try to put my titty in her mouth, and she literally would not drink from me anymore. So she just stopped on her own. And then by the time she was 2, she literally did not want any more breast milk. So I still had breast milk, but I don't know, when I had Junior, it wasn't easy for him to latch. Like, it's like he just, you know, didn't get the hang of it. So I just kept doing the bottle. Then also, I did not have an appetite, y'all. After I had the baby, I didn't have an appetite ever. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I just got my appetite like 2 weeks ago, to be honest. And you know, if you don't eat, you don't make milk for your body. And if you don't drink, I also wasn't drinking any water, so I'm dry as fuck. Like, literally no milk is being made. He's not sucking from me to produce milk also, so literally when I tried to feed him, it wasn't doing anything, and I felt hopeless. Then I remember my husband was telling me, you remember we had fenugreek? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy some fenugreek. So I got some fenugreek. Also got some booby gummies from Target. Oh, I'm gonna show those to y'all because those look nice. And I'm gonna show you the fenugreek too. I'm gonna get my husband to bring it to me. So I start taking those. The booby vitamins, I take them every now and again. The fenugreek I took for like a week straight just to get my body to start. And then I would also massage my boobs every now and again, and just put Junior on me. Even though I felt like he wasn't drinking, I would just put him on me so he could start back practicing to latch. So at this point, he's like 3.5 weeks old, and he's back trying to latch onto me. Thank you, babe. And everything. So we started trying to breastfeed, and I just started noticing I would get the feel of letdown. And if you breastfeed, you know what that feeling feels like. I started to feel that, and that's when I got excited after I noticed I was taking my vitamins and eating a little snacks, because at the time when he was 3 weeks old, I still did not have an appetite. And at this time, I did not have my pump yet. Probably when he was like 3.5 weeks, I got my pump, and then I started trying to pump, and literally nothing was going in the pump. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like the pump that I bought, the one that I purchased, is from Target. It's called First Years. This is the pump I got. This shit was $70, and honestly, I kind of don't like it. To be honest, I feel like it doesn't pump strong enough. Like, there was a pump that I had, it was an even flow pump, and it's one per boob. This one is both at the same time. The other one that I had, I liked it a whole lot better. I had full control of how hard it would go, and the suction was super strong. Like, it felt like the baby. And this one, it don't really feel like the baby, but now I'm pumping milk into it, obviously, because I got more milk now. But at first it wasn't helping, and I know the stimulation of the pumping and then him getting on me, it makes more milk. So I thought I was gonna be straight, but I still like wasn't getting milk. Then by the time he turned 4 weeks, I was trying to eat. My husband would bring me food, or I'll eat like these little microwave dinners. I wasn't cooking. I still didn't like have the, like, I wasn't in the mood to really cook, you know, honestly. I started feeling like, I don't know, you know when you get those baby blues? I feel like I had a case of the baby blues, so I started to feel like depressed and down, and I know it was a lot to do with the breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is super stressful if you're not spot on and starting out and just going with the flow. Like, if you're having a hard time, breastfeeding will stress you the fuck out. Like, I'm so serious. Like, because you want that bond with your baby, and you want to feed the baby so bad. Like, you want to be the provider for the baby, and it's like it's just not happening. So I feel like it puts you into a point where you get really depressed and stressed out. Like, and that's how I felt. Like, I started really feeling sad like all the time, and I started just feeling like other stuff bothering me too, just because I was stressed about this. So once I started getting on track and I started eating and noticing my boobs were making milk, and literally this week hearing him gulp from me and swallow, I'm like so much more relieved to know that I don't have to give him the formula. Now let's talk about the formula. First, let me show y'all these. These are the fenugreek. You can get these from Walmart, or you can get them from GNC. And this is how they look. And the things, the pills are like this big. The pills are like this big. So they're pretty big, but you know, they're not bad. They're super smooth. They got like the plastic around them, so it easily goes down your throat, Carol. These are the Booby Bears Superfood Gummies. You take 3 of these a day, and these have zinc and elderberry. I haven't even looked up what elderberry is. I meant to Google it, but I think it's a really good fruit that is capable of a lot of things, I'm guessing. But this is how it looks. I got this from Target. It was $20. I think it was like $19.95 or something like that. And the fenugreek, I think it was like $10. So I spent about $30 to get the boobies going, you know. Nothing major, nothing extra, you know, but a little something. So now we are pumping. I literally stay on the pump for like 3 minutes and I get 4 ounces. Back then I used to be on the pump for like 5 minutes getting 10 ounces, but you know, it's a progress. We're working our way to that point. You know, we're gonna get somewhere, but we are doing great now. Like, he's fully breastfed now, and I'm so happy because breastfeeding to me is like the main key to a healthy baby. Like, I love breastfeeding, and I feel like they get so chunky and thick. Like, I just love how they look when they breastfeed. Like, all of my babies were chunky when they breastfed. Winter was the only one who didn't get to get as much breast milk as I wanted her to, and it was medical reasons. So he falls asleep on the boob, so sometimes I have to move him around and wake him up. Ain't that right, baby? That's right, my baby. Move him around a little bit just to wake him up so he can keep sucking the boob to eat. Because if he falls asleep too soon, he's not getting enough milk, and then he's still hungry. Literally after like 45 minutes, 30 minutes, he's crying, and we're like, what's wrong? He needs more milk because he fell asleep. So the formula, the one that we were using Gentle Ease ever since hospital, if I'm not mistaken. I think we were using regular Infamil, and then when we got home, we got Gentle Ease. But with the Gentle Ease, he was fine for like the first 2 weeks. Then out of nowhere, the baby got really fussy, and he would do these movements as if like his tummy was bothering him. Like, he would do these faces and he would squirm around like something was bothering him. And then he started to spit up. Like, I'm talking about not like, baby spit up, we know that. But he would spit up to the point where it was like his whole outfit would need to be changed. And there was a day where he spit up so much that he got changed about 4 times. Like, that's how much he kept spitting up. He couldn't leave the outfit on because he would literally get it wet, like his whole back. It was like not projectile, but enough spit up to where we were getting worried. So he went to the doctor. His first checkup was good. He was straight. And they, did everything right. His second visit, when we went, they were complaining about his weight. So she wanted us to start putting extra scoops into his milk to, I guess, add more calories. I never heard a doctor say that before. Like, this doctor that we had, we never even seen her before. So we were a little confused. Also, we feel like his weight was a little different because the first time he went to his checkup, they weighed him with a diaper. His second checkup, they weighed him without a diaper. So we don't know if that really fluctuated the size that he was supposed to be compared to the first one and made it seem like he lost weight. It kind of pissed me off. Like, I ain't like how she was talking to us, like when she was saying she's freaking out. Like, she was like, I'm freaking out here. Like, he's dropping weight, and is he eating? Like, I feel like she wanted to ask me and him, are you feeding him? Like, bitch, I would have slapped her. Like, I would have fucking cussed her out. But, I didn't do that, of course. But we were getting pissed off because it made me feel like we don't know what we're doing, or you think we're not feeding our baby. Like, and all he did was eat. Like, we'll make sure every 2 hours, even sometimes every hour and a half, this baby was eating. But we feel like it was probably us giving him too much because we started with 2 ounces. Then we went to 2.5, and we would notice him whining. So we thought he wanted more. But now that we think about it, we think we were giving him too much, because then we went to 3 and 4 ounces. Yeah, bad. I know. Yeah, I should not have done that. I don't know why the fuck we did that. I feel so bad doing that now. But at the time now, we feel like it was because he was drinking too much milk. And, every 2 hours having 3 or 2.5 or 4 ounces and you just born, I think it would cause a tummy ache. And, we didn't know because, like I said, Nevaeh breastfed the whole time. I know it was because we were probably giving him too much milk. That was the reason, we had to give him the formula because I couldn't breastfeed because I was on the amoxicillin, and then I had to restart my milk production. So now I feel so much better. I feel stress-free. Like, I feel much happier that he drinks from me. Like, in the middle of the night, when he wakes up now, all I gotta do is grab him, cuff him under me, and just breastfeed him. And make sure his diaper gets changed, then breastfeed him, and then we just go back to sleep. So, like, it's not as bad as it was before. I feel like it's amazing. And if you're wondering, we do co-sleep. He does sometimes lay with us. Well, every night he lay with me. What the fuck? This is my baby. Yes, he lays with me. And we breastfeed every night. So my husband doesn't have to get up in the cold AC, make hot water, anything like that. I got enough milk in the middle of the night. I try my best to drink a lot of water at night, at least, so that I know he got a lot of milk in the middle of the night and he's not crying too much. So been doing good with that. He hasn't had any trouble the last like week now with milk at night. And you gotta wake up, baby. Eat. It's like he drinks when he falls asleep, but it's like slower. So if I take him off, he's still gonna be hungry. So I gotta make sure he keeps sucking. But yeah, ever since we brought him home, everything has been really good with him. Like, we haven't noticed anything weird. He has not had any like fevers or anything. They tried to do some stupid shit when we was in a doctor, trying to say his temperature was under what it was supposed to be, and we were gonna have to rush to the hospital. It was stupid. Like, they really pissed me off. Like, honestly, if it wasn't mandatory to take your children to the doctor, I would not take my kids to the doctor, because I feel like they just say a bunch of bullshit to make you do things that you don't even have to do, you know. When they checked his temperature again, they were like, oh, it's normal. And literally, if we didn't say, you know, can you give us a couple of minutes and then check it again or something, we would have had to go to the emergency room. And that emergency room that he would have had to go to is like an hour away from our house. And our kids were in school. So they were gonna cause a bunch of they were gonna cause us a headache that fucking day. You know, they really pissed me off. And the issue was, the office is so freaking cold, and they want you to take all the baby's clothes off and lay him on the freaking paper pad. Yes, his fucking temperature is gonna drop. He's a newborn. He's 12 days old. What do you expect, like, right now? Of course, their bodies, when they're first born, their temperature adjusts to whatever they're in, like, quickly, because they're so frail. Like, I don't know, those doctors, they really get on my nerves, honestly. But gotta do, you know, get the little checkups, you know, make sure. Ugh. So other than that, like, no issues. Like, only thing we're worried about is that he might have eczema, because his dad has eczema and all the other kids got eczema. So it's like weird. Like, I don't know if he's gonna have it. It's like we just gotta wait and see. We don't even know what Junior has yet. My oldest, she don't got no allergy. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? My husband's so fucking fine.
Come on, baby. Come on. I'll open it to you. Come on.
Vea, she wanted to say hi. Bye. Y'all, Vea love her brother. Like, she is in love with this baby. Like, all of us are so in love with him. Like, we show him so much love, and it's like he can tell. Oh, see, she come kiss him. She's always worried about Junior. She called him Biscuit. His nickname is Biscuit. Vea, she's like, oh, my little titchy. She calls him that. And Sanaa and Winter, they got their own little names for him. And they're always helping me with him. Me and their dad, they give us whatever we need for him if we ask them. It's like they're so crazy about this baby. And what I was saying was about the skin. It's like, you know, certain parts on the baby skin, like the baby acne. He has a little bit of baby acne in little areas, and then it just goes away the next day. So I'm like, is it eczema or is it not? Because I know the eczema, it stays, but they also start to itch, and it doesn't really show until, I don't know, I think about month 2, or like when they're like 3 months old. You can't really tell yet. It's like, you know, Winter had signs of it super early because her eczema was so bad. She had a lot of little issues when she was a baby, so there was a lot of foods that she couldn't really eat, or I couldn't eat and breastfeed her, because she would break out. And that was the reason, another reason I could not breastfeed Winter. Some of the stuff that I ate, it seemed like, I don't know, the milk, she would get itchy, and it was weird, you know. It was sad, you know. I was really stressed when we had Winter. My husband was too. It was really hard. But what we first noticed with it, the scalp, we look at their scalps, and his first hair wash was honestly last week since we've been home. And it seems like ever since I washed his hair, his scalp is like dry, and it got like the little dry flakes, and it's like just in certain little spots. Only that is really my only concern, you know. I'm not gonna wash his hair with nothing anymore. I'm just gonna do water and oil washes for now, because I don't want anything to be wrong. Like, I don't want to make him itchy, you know. And these products nowadays, I feel like they put too much perfume in them, and it, like, I don't know, it just does too much. He doesn't need all of that. Other than that, like, he's so amazing. He's not spoiled to me. Okay, he is spoiled, but honestly, I feel like, how can you not spoil your kids, like, when they're a newborn, you know? I understand about, you know, letting them sit down by themselves and letting them cry sometimes, but literally, that sound when they cry, I feel like it's like agony, and I can't just listen to him cry and want me when I'm doing something. Like, that's why we just bought our carrier today, because we've been forgetting to buy the carrier because this freaking virus thing that's going on. Like, I just been in the house ever since the kids have been out of school and no more school has been closed. We stay in the house. My husband goes to work, come home, that's it. We go to the store if we need to, and then if anything, he'll go to the store before he come home. So today, we all were out, like, we was going crazy, like, having fun. Me and the kids act like we haven't been out before. So we was out, like, outside. We went ahead and went to Target, and we got his carrier today. So now I'll at least be able to stand up. That's what we used to do with the other kids when we had a carrier. We would carry them around the house, you know, a little bit. I don't see anything wrong with holding the baby, you know. Like, when I go to work, he got to deal with what I be doing. He don't sit up and hold them all day long, but he'll hold them, but not all day like I would, you know. Mommy gonna hold you because I got the boobies. I gotta feed you, okay? And honestly, I feel like breastfed babies, I mean, you have to hold them because you have to breastfeed them. So they're being held all day. I mean, yeah, they're gonna be spoiled because of that. I don't know, that's my opinion, you know. That's what I feel like. I have no problem spoiling my baby. Most times, from what I remember, they would detach themselves from the boob when they've had enough milk. He's done it literally only 3 times when he's had enough. Just now he didn't. He was still onto it like a pacifier. Like, he's trying to turn me into a pacifier. And if I know he's drinking too much, like, well, there's not a drinking too much when it comes to breastfeeding. But if I feel like he's gonna make himself spit up, because he already drank out of this one when we were out, and then he's drinking from this one now, and I feel like he's drank a lot. I don't want him to spit up all over himself, you know, so I'll take him off if he falls asleep, because he'll keep trying to drink. Hi, my baby. You wanna say hi? Good burp, good burp. He did a little quiet burp. I hope he doesn't spit up because I don't have a bib near me. Oh, I got wipes right here. So, this Boppy, he can relax just like this too after feedings with me. Oh my God. Hi, Junior. I need to comb it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I just mainly just been in the house, relaxing, trying to stay cool with this thing, you know, keep my hands clean. My kids, I make sure they're staying clean, you know, we don't be all outside, like, period. I see these kids in the neighborhood, they're outside just because we're out of school. They're outside, like, I don't know, just freaking out there. And me, I just feel like I'd rather be safe than sorry. My kids in the house. Until this thing passes by, we don't need to be outside unless we have to go outside. And we go out together. We don't just go out to be out. I'll go ship some wigs back to the house. I'm not outside trying to go places, all of that weird stuff, all that extra stuff that I keep seeing all these crazy people doing. Like, no, I don't need to do all of that because I got a newborn that I have to make sure is okay. And I don't want him catching anything, you know. And I be telling my husband every day, I be praying for him. Like, I want him to stay, like, not too close to those people that he work with, because, like, not everybody is cleansed. Like, they don't have the same cleanliness as you, whatever that word is, cleanliness, whatever. A lot of people don't wash their hands, and they like to dap you up. My husband don't shake hands though, so he don't really dap either. He don't do all of that. If he know you, he might dap you up, but right now he not dapping nobody up. Like, my husband don't play when it comes to that dirty stuff. I don't either. I freaking hate germs and just nasty stuff. Doo-doo. Like, oh. Junior had an explosion one day. He had his first explosion and I almost had a heart attack. He shit it all over the blanket and it was coming out the side of his diaper and going up his side, and I was just scared. I was like, oh my God, I forgot about the explosions. I forgot that you guys do that. Baby, I forgot that you guys do that, baby. I did. I was scared. Why are you scared, mommy? I was scared. I was like, babe, like, look, and he was at work, so I was by myself. I was like, okay, I gotta breathe and I gotta clean the baby and just get this, in the trash. I was scared. But we got through it. We got through it, right, baby? Oh my gosh, I have a son. Look at him. Oh. You wanna put your hoodie on? Let's see how you look with your hoodie. Oh my gosh, look at you. You got a hoodie. You got a hoodie. Hi, baby. Hi. Oh, baby. I bet you like, what is them big feathers on your face? These lashes, I'm gonna take them off. But I think that's pretty much it for this update. I can't wait till he turns his little 2 months. Thank God for blessing us with a son that is about to be 2 months old. 2 months on this crazy earth. He has been here and we have loved every minute of it. I can't be more thankful. Like, the pregnancy was crazy, it was hard at the end. Like, it was, I'm not having any more kids, I don't want no more. Yeah, I'm not, baby, I promise. You're the last one. I won't do it no more. I won't do it no more. I won't do that. I'm not gonna do that. You wanna talk to me? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Yeah. Comment, like, what do y'all use on your baby's hair when they're this age? Like, comment some stuff that y'all use that I don't know about, because I don't really get to talk to other mommies. Like, I don't really connect with, I don't have nobody near me that got a newborn, So I just want to know, what do you guys use on your baby's hair, just to keep it not drying out? I just hope that stuff isn't itchy. That's my only thing. I don't want it to be itchy. But I think that's it for this video. I think we're gonna say bye. I think we're gonna stop right here. Oh, my checkup. Yeah, I did do my 6 weeks. Actually, nowadays they do this thing different now. When we had the baby, he had to do a 2-day checkup. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. That threw me off too. I was like, you want me to take him back outside? Like, and that's when this corona stuff was going crazy. We didn't even know what the virus was yet when he was born. They were just, a lot of people in the hospital sick with masks. It was crazy. I never seen nothing like that. It looked like the Holocaust. Like, it looked crazy. Like, it was scary. And they said he had to go to the doctor in 2 days. I was like, I'm not bringing him back outside yet. Y'all new little rule? We're not doing that yet. No, I took him at 7 days. Just like I did with my other 3 kids. I went at 7 days. I didn't want to bring him back outside like that. I didn't like that. And it was cold when I had him. Like, Florida had their little cold front going on. And with my checkup, I had to go in 3 weeks and then 2 weeks after that. I haven't been yet now to the one that was after the 3-week one. I haven't even been to my last one because of what's going on right now. I had rescheduled it because I wasn't ready to, like, step out there and take the kids while my husband's at work and all of that. So I can't do that. Like, I have to do it on a day he's off so I can go over there so I don't have to take my kids and stuff. And that's when the virus was just now, you know, popping off. I was like, I can't come there right now. I'm gonna have to reschedule. But when she checked me, she said I looked really good. I was healing up perfectly. My cervix had already basically almost closed. You know, I was doing good. I also didn't get no stitches when I had the baby, so she didn't have to really, she literally just looked and was like, you look good. Everything looks good. So you guys enjoyed this update. I missed you guys a lot. You know, I'm getting a lot of love and comments on my labor and delivery video. I'm so grateful for all of you new moms who comment on there, like all the new subscribers, all y'all that's having babies and stuff. Congratulations. I can't wait to see what y'all are gonna go through. Like, I'm glad y'all watched mine and enjoyed mine. Thank you for all the congratulations and the prayers, all the comments, all the love, all that stuff. We appreciate it. Felt like, dang, it's a lot of people around here having babies. Keep it up. Anyway, that's it for this video. We'll catch you in the next one. Say bye. Say bye, my son. Will you say bye? Say bye. Bye, guys. See you in the next one. Okay, now we gotta cut the camera off.